Hi everyone, I'm on this web page called Unilibrium because I was looking up the history and the meaning of the peace symbol. So this is a really great site. I purposely wanted to get something that wasn't a Christian site talking about the peace symbol to have a little objectivity, and this is really amazing. So I'm going to read some of it just so you know what I've learned on here, and sometimes I have to read things, a couple times to really pick up things that I've missed. Anyway, so here is the peace sign. Have you ever wondered where the peace symbol came from? The peace symbol combines a circle, a vertical line, and a downward sloping lines. Throughout history, the peace symbol was not always used in the spirit of love and service to humanity. For this reason, the Teach Peace Foundation logo is not a traditional peace symbol, but people around the world holding hands. A popular explanation of the peace symbol is that Gerald Herbert Holtam, 1914 to 1985, created this symbol on February 21st, 1958. Okay, most people agree with this. At that time, Holtam worked with the Direct Action Committee against nuclear war. Holtam was a dedicated peacemaker and graduate of the Royal College of Arts. During World War II, he worked on a farm in England as a conscientious objector. The BBC quoted Holtam, "I drew myself, the representative of an individual in despair, with hands, palm outstretched outwards and downwards, in the manner of Goya's peasant before the firing squad." Okay, do you know Goya's peasant before the firing squad? Is a guy on his knees and he has his hands up and he's about to get shot. And I had that here a while ago, but I mean last night. I don't know where it is now, but anyway, so just imagine that. This guy imagined it upside down. The picture on the right shows one of Holtam's first sketches of the peace symbol. Opponents of the peace movement sometimes are thrilled to see the hands downward, which symbolizes peasants being killed by a firing squad. Okay, this is the part that I think is very interesting. Bertrand Russell, 1872 to 1970, a philosopher, historian, mathematician, and a member of the Direct Action Committee against nuclear war, supported Holtam's claim and aggressively promoted the arms down symbol. The arms down peace sign made its first public appearance in the United Kingdom during 1958 Easter weekend Direct Action Committee anti-nuclear march from London to Aldermaston. Russell was the march organizer responsible for placing the arms down peace symbol buttons and banners. Okay, now listen to Bertrand Russell's philosophy. Russell's interest in the peace symbol becomes visible when you know he is a member of the British Fabian Socialist Society, a secret society advocating a new world order. Russell wrote in his book, The Impact of Science on Society, that a Black Death or bacteriological warfare would be helpful every generation to cull the population. Okay, now the reason I got interested in this in the first place is because of this. Okay, this picture of this person, this is Cecilia Crocker, and she's a sole survivor of a airplane crash, and she put this tattoo on her wrist. So that got me to thinking it looked like the broken cross and the peace symbol. So I'm looking into the peace symbol again. Anyway, to carry on, Russell downplayed his role and true interest in the peace symbol when he wrote, "It was invented by a member of our movement, Gerald Holtam, as the badge of the Direct Action Committee against nuclear war for the 1958 Aldermaston Peace Walk in England. It was designed from the Naval Code of Semaphore, and the symbol represents the code letters ND. The code ND for nuclear disarmament is shown on the right. The circle represents the concept of total or complete, surrounds the ND, signifying total or complete nuclear disarmament. Okay, ND. And then they created it from that. That's another way to think of it. Russell's primary interest in the symbol is a symbol it is a symbol of defeat, despair, and an occult favorite for disrespecting Jesus. Okay, isn't that amazing? He wrote the book, Why I Am Not a Christian. Okay, one more time. Russell's primary interest in this symbol is, it is a symbol of defeat, despair, and an occult favorite for disrespecting Jesus. Secret societies advancing the great plan enjoy seeing people, especially young children, wearing the peace symbol with the arms down because in their Luciferian religion they believe deception produces a dark energy helping to pave the way for the Antichrist. Okay, they believe deception. Okay, just think about all these false flags, all these deceptive things that are right in our face, and you could just see like it's not right, but you know, it's so frustrating because you can't convince people, and the media is so powerful. It's just, there's just a smattering of people who are looking into the deceptive nature of these things that are happening. Anyway, American journalist, playwright Herb Greer adds support for the Holtom explanation. He reported, I was actually there on and before the first Aldermaston March for which it was created. I visited Holtom, I saw the original sketches and discussed it with him. Okay, Ken Colesbon, author of the book Peace, the biography of his symbol, reported that Holtom expressed regret in not designing the peace symbol with the joyful lifting of arms towards the sky. Do you believe that we live in a world with nuclear weapons? And do you believe also that we are mainly consciousness, spirit, and soul? You know, we can lose a lot of our bodies and still be okay. Thinking, and even now, communicating. I'm communicating with my voice and my thoughts. This is mainly what we are. There is a spiritual battle going on. It just seems like it. For most of Holtom's life, he would draw only the upright peace symbol. Holtom requested that the upright peace symbol be placed on his tombstone in Kent, England, as shown by the picture of this tombstone. His wish was unfortunately ignored. Look, he has a peace symbol, and it's with the down. So this could also be the broken cross, because, you know, the upside down cross, the broken cross. Okay, Holtom's wish that the peace symbol connotation of despair be changed to joy is illustrated by the picture on the right. When the peace symbol is inverted, the letter N becomes the semaphore code for U, which means universal disarmament, or the less popular but courageous unilateral disarmament. Okay, I want to show you, okay, Hitler used this. And Hitler's 3rd Panzer Division from 1941 to 1945. The image on the left is the regimental 3rd Panzer Division symbol. Soviet, Polish, and Hungarian citizens, having suffered from the Nazi massacres, undoubtedly struggled with Holtom's use of this symbol as a thoughtful way to communicate peace. The symbol can also be found on some of Hitler's SS soldiers' tombstones. So, another flaw in the Holtom creation story is the use of this symbol as an anti-Christian symbol by the Saracens as early as 711 AD. See, this has been going on for so long. So, the image placed on their shields symbolized the breaking of the Christian cross. For some, the broken cross was equated to satanic symbol known as the raven's claw or witch's foot. While Holtom may not have known the historical meaning of the peace symbol, Bertrand Russell was a historian and member of the Fabian Society. In 1970, article in the American Opinion magazine claimed Russell knew the historical occult meaning and intentionally selected an anti-Christian design long associated with Satanism. Okay, so it goes into this more here, and I have to go, so I can't take time to do all this, but here, look at this, and you can see more references, and it also talks about Bertrand Russell's disappointment with the wars, in reducing the population. So this is a lot here about the Nero cross, the Latin cross, and relation to Christianity, and it's against Jesus. So when I saw that symbol of the airplane on this woman, and she said she thought of it herself, and she, okay, see, here it is. This was one of his drawings. She said she created it for herself to remember, because she was the sole survivor of an airplane crash like 25 years ago, and she was in the movie Soul Survivor, and it's all about survivor's guilt and all that, but still, it's all about you know, spiritual things and the spiritual warfare and how we're coming to the end of the age and stuff. And here's another one that's pretty good, the factoid, the peace symbol, and he also talks about it, or this person also talks about it in, okay, there is Goya's painting, the 3rd of May, 1808. So, and he also talks about how it is against Jesus Christ. And okay, so here is this picture of her again. She said she thought of it herself, but did she? Maybe she didn't think of it herself. Okay, now I want to show you this. All right, this is the tattoo that she chose, but what is this here? Anyway, airplanes have a big part in our society right now because of chemtrails and just everything has a relationship to the spiritual warfare that we're living in right now. And this tattoo is not even really symmetrical. It looks like she just drew it on with a Sharpie or something. Anyway, think about it. Airplanes are destroying, or airplane-like looking things are destroying the atmosphere, and maybe the alternative to destroying humanity. I didn't see that exactly in this, but it's in here. If you go, okay, he wrote this. Here it is. This symbol has also been used to communicate support for communism. Bertrand Russell once said, "There's no hope in anything but the Soviet way. Governments, both those who supported communism and those who opposed to it, have received benefits in aligning the peace symbol with the communist ideology. For people like Bertrand Russell, the author of the 1927 essay, Why I'm Not a Christian, this symbol represented not only a pro-communism meaning, but peace without God." So, okay, and here's something about Anton LaVey. The confusion about what the modern-day peace symbol means is further clouded by the founder of the Church of Satan, Anton LaVey. LaVey used the symbol as the backdrop for his altar. Okay, it represents the death of man. Okay, so that's most of it. And if you put a circle around this looks, to me, this looks like where all the chemicals are kept. Anyway, kind of weird. But just thinking about it after the little girl, Sailor Moon, and her survived her plane crash. So thank you for watching. I may have to put the links in later, but because I have to run out the door. Thank you very much for watching my video, and God bless all of you with the truth. We are in a spiritual battle. So may truth visit you via the Holy Spirit. And the Holy Spirit is a person who is real. Be protected. Bye for now.